I hope my audio is going through. I believe so. I hope my audio is going. Okay, so we are gonna make a small game, like a very small game in Unreal Engine 5. So uh, we're gonna do the basics from setting up the project and everything. So I already have the project set up here. It's a default empty project over here. So I actually saw one listing on the Fab Marketplace, which what is a which is kind of the best starting point to create a small Supermanish kind of game, and that's what we are gonna do today. So what you are seeing right now is actually a project which is available for free on the Epic Marketplace, and it's actually a flight and grapple project, which means you have the ability of a Superman, and it's created by this person called Ayagoi Store. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. So he actually released this project free on the marketplace. So if you have Unreal Engine 5, then you should check it out. So it has a grappling hook movement and also a flight system, and it has support for 5.4 to 5.6 Unreal Engine. So all the latest versions are supported, and then it is supposed to be made on Windows and Mac compatible. So we are going to give this a try, and hopefully we can do something with this thing. Yeah, so back to the project. So as such, I have added the project here. So this is the whole project you are having here. So we are gonna see what exactly it has in store by default, right? So I'm just gonna change the. I think this is the one, right? Change the game mode, and then probably I should be able to run, jump, and then if I press jump twice, I'll be flying. See how cool is that? And if I press a shift button, and then I can actually fly faster and stuff like that, right? See, it's pretty sweet, and it even has this landing thing over here. Let me just try to. Oh no, that didn't work out. No, that's. I don't know why it's sliding. There was some mechanics. Uh, no, I think I have to go high. Okay, and then if I jump from here, it has a hard landing animation which will be played. I have to go a little bit further. Yeah, So if I jump from here, it will do the what do you say, the punching animation and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's what we have in store by default. So right now we are gonna add some small stuff to the game. So let's create a new folder here, and then let's name it maybe game or something like that. And then the first thing which I'm thinking of is like I'm gonna add a collectible. So for that I'm using a blueprint class, and it's gonna be an actor, and let's say coin. And on the coin we are actually gonna add a small cylinder maybe. Let's sort of add a cylinder, and then let's rotate it, and then we can scale it, let's say 0.5, 0.1, no, zero point 0.5, 0.5 itself, here 0.1. So it's a small what is it, a coin kind of shape right over there. Okay, and then let's add one spear collision. Let's add a small spear collision over here, and then let's increase the size of that, maybe 40 or maybe 50. Let's go with 50. So we have a coin over here, and a what's it, a collision capture over there, and it's supposed to be overlap all dynamic. And then on the begin overlap, what we can do is like we have to cast, and for that we are actually gonna check what's the name of the blueprint, and it's bp underscore player. Okay, so bp underscore player. So right now whenever it does an overlap, it will be updating this one. So let's do once, and then the whole point is like we have to increment the coin or something like coin counter or something like that, right? So for that we're gonna create a variable, and let's name it coins, and let it be integer. Default will be 0, and whenever we are overlapping it, we have to get coins, and then increment, and then set coins. So what happens is like it will be updating the coin value, and then we are feeding it to the coin. So whenever I'm overlapping, this coin will get triggered. And let's actually make this kind of rotating. So let's have a rotating amount over here, and let's change rotation maybe like around 30, so it doesn't spin very fast. So that's what we have over here. And one thing we need to do is like we have to have a widget, right? Like whenever I am overlapping a coin, I should. Hey, hi Sinan Starkey. Yeah, I'm actually a part-time game developer, so I make games for fun. Yeah, I have a couple of games on the Play Store also. So thank you for joining stream. Thanks, dude. Okay, so we need to have a small widget, right? And for the widget, let's actually go to the game blueprint, and then maybe create a folder called widgets. I'm probably gonna add another folder over here, and then logic. I'm probably gonna move the coin over here, and then to the widget. I'm trying to keep it minimal, like it's a starting point of the game, right? So let's add a small user interface widget blueprint user widget. Let's call it main UI. So this will be the main UI. So we are gonna add a canvas, and we have a canvas. Now we have the character blueprint, right? So and there is a variable called coins, which actually showcase which actually tells how many coins I have collected. So what are we gonna do now? We are actually gonna get that coin value and then put it on the screen. So that's the whole agenda right now. So let's go to the graph maybe, and then on the construct cast to bp and it should be get player controller maybe, and promote a variable. So why I am doing it as an event. Okay, one second, this will not work. Get player pawn is there, yes, of course it is. Okay, so why I'm actually using the event construct to promote the variable is like I can easily call all the blueprints element, uh, like literally I can just drop down some text and then bind it to get a value. So right now I'm going to show you that. Let's add a text over here. So this is gonna be our score point or something like that. So let's for default value let it be 1. I need to adjust the font size and everything, so let's go with 60. No, 150. Yeah, I think that should be good, right? I'm also changing the color a little bit. Which color I need to choose? Let it be yellow for right now. So here, right, you can see the text option here, right? Now here I can actually call whatever I want and it will be there. So you don't have to create a new function and then read the value and add stuff like that. So it's literally there. So what you're seeing right now, yeah, so what you're seeing right now is I created the widget, right? Now that widget need to be on the play character. So how do you do that? So you go back to the BP player and better look for begin play. Let's search for begin play, and that's a begin play over here. So after that we have to create the widget to the blueprint. So create widget, and then the widget should be the main UI. So main UI, and then add to viewport. So what this does is like you will be having the widget shown up on the screen when the player is actually doing the game stream. I mean doing the gameplay. So right now I think everything is good. We are gonna test this out right now. So this is the player starting, and then I'm gonna add some coins over here, maybe here, and some here, and maybe on the air also. That will be cool, right? Okay, and let's actually create one small material for this. So right click on the content here and then go to material, uh, coin mat, and then we are going to add a base color. So let it be blue maybe, and the rest can remain the same. I think I should have also add the emissive. Let's do one thing. Constant emissive color, let it be 5. Oh no, that's too much. Let it be 1. Again that's too much. Let me just try color. I think let's hold on for that now. Let's actually use the coin material as such right now. We can try to modify the exposure, I mean the emissive later on. Let's get the functionality working. So we have the coin over here. So theoretically this coin should be rotating on its axis, and whenever we are overlapping that, it should be taken up by the, it should be player collectible. So right now you can see all the coins are rotating very slowly, and if I go near it, oh, it did not work. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I think I know it. Let me just open up the coin blueprint, and then this pair should not have any collision. It should be no collision. Oh, so it should be overlap all dynamic. The cylinder however should be no collision. So let's try that again. what happened there? Let me just try that again. So on the sphere collision, I'm actually gonna begin overlap, and then let's try what all we are getting here. Something's off. Okay, it's actually overlapping. Oh yeah, sorry about that. So once you actually overlapped and collect the point, that should not exist again. So you have to destroy that. Then only once the coin is collected, that coin will be gone. Else you will have infinite coin glitch. So yeah, now that is handled. So you can see a lot of coins over here, and if I move to that, I get +1 and +1. So that is 3. Now on the top you cannot see some coins floating on the air, right? For that I'm actually gonna fly. And collect that, and this maybe let me try that again. Oh, that was lost call. Yeah, so yeah, we have collected 5 coins, and then the score shows like it's 5 coins. How cool is that? So that's the whole point collection logic over there. So right now what do we need to do? We actually can maybe add a small player character mesh or something like that, so that it can look more appealing, right? So for that, what I need to check for any available characters. So just I need to check for some characters first. You may not be able to see the screen which I'm doing. I'm actually checking out whether any character blueprints which I have. So let's fly. Okay, so I have with me one stylist modular character. So I'm going to replace this character blueprint character mesh with something more attractive. So for that I actually have a couple of things over here. Okay, so we are gonna add this thing over here. So this is a modular character blueprint which I had earlier, so I'm gonna use that. So for the mesh, what you have to do is like, this is the mesh, right? So you have to replace it with what I have here. So I'm going for a spaceman. So I'm gonna set this to space, and then I have to have different submissions to this one, right? So we have the body. Now we need the face. So for that we are gonna add another skeletal blueprint over here, skeletal mesh. It's gonna be the face. Now what? Now we need the hands. So that's a hand over there, skeletal, and we have hands. Now what do you need? It's supposed to be under parent, okay. And the next thing is the legs. So for the legs, we have the space suit legs, skeletal mesh. Yeah, so now we have the whole what do you say, whole character there. Somehow the piece is kind of lagging a little bit. I don't know why. Something's off with my PC. So what we have right now is the modular character, but it does not do anything. Like the animations are kind of not that proper. Like you can see, like only one of the mesh is actually working properly. So we need to fix that. So how do you do that? So this is supposed to be a modular characters to all the different skeleton ashes. So that for that we need to check for some stuff. And I think we have some stuff on the Unreal Engine which basically does the same. So mesh make same UV5. So there is one function called set master. Let me just open up the blueprint real quick. And where's the blueprint? Okay, there. Blueprint and project. Okay, so on the construction script, right? On the construction script, we have to do something. So what's that? So there's one set master. What happened? Master pose. No. I don't see why it's not there. Strange. I think probably set leader pose may work. Set leader. Yeah. Set leader pose. Okay, so we have to tell what's a leader. So this is a leader which we have, and then the different other three meshes should come here, and then you should go to target. So by doing that, all the meshes will be synced to the main mesh. So theoretically everything should be synced. See, how's it? Like instantly you got all the stuff right here, right? Yeah, so that's what we have right now. We have the character, we have a small widget, and it looks pretty neat. Let me just save that real quick. Okay, now what do you do? We have a widget, and we have a small what do you say, a small character. Now what do we need next? Maybe we can add some effects to the player, like when it's on the air, you can add some visual effects or something like that, and that should be good, right? So we are gonna check for any visual effects that we can add. So the whole point is like when it's flying, something should come from the hand and the leg, giving you the feel of it's actually flying. So maybe let's say you have a Niagara effect you can add to the hand and the leg. It should give you a good feel. So I have with me some effects. I don't know whether that will be useful or not. So we need to check what all can be the best option over here. I'll just filter out Niagara and Cascade. So these are all the effects which I have. This is an aura ice. Let me just see what that is. It's compiling. It will take some time because it's compiling for the first time. We have a laser fire over here. That okay, and laser ice, laser beam, and beer charging. Okay, let me just try this thing over here. Oh, that's a charging thing. Okay, that doesn't do much. What about that? No, that does not do much also. Maybe that's a maybe over there. That's a maybe. Let's explore some more and see if there's anything else which we can use. It's a charge trail over here. It doesn't loop. What else do we have? What's that? Okay, a lot of effects actually here, so trying to choose the best one is kind of a little bit hard over here. What's that over here? Oh, no, 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 no. I don't know why it's acting up like that. Has an energy blast over here. Let me just also check out the Niagara stuff also. Maybe you will have more visual effects in that thing. Just let me just check whether I have any Niagara effects which are available. Hmm. I don't think none of this will actually be great. So I have one another VFX bundle over here. So we are gonna check what all they have to offer. So it's Niagara. So yeah, what's this over here? Oh, what the heck was that? Well, that actually looked kind of cool, by the way. Okay, let's look for. There's a map over here. So shields aura effects. Okay. Um, that also does not give uh, the proper effect I was looking for. Hmm. I think I found something which is actually good. So let me just try that again. We are going to the basic VFX. So here there are a couple of Niagara effects over here, and from here maybe we can. This looks kind of cool, by the way. And we have a basic. I think this is the one we are gonna do. It kinds of a pulsating thing over here, so maybe like it kind of looks nice. So what else do we have here? What is that? Um, maybe something like laser eyes we can do for that. And what about this? It's supposed to be kind of a shield or something like that. So this is the one we are gonna use right now. So what do you have to do? So we have to add the Niagara effects to different parts. So Niagara component, and it's supposed to be there, right? We have to actually make it to the mesh, and then we have to add. Let's call it hand and left. And now we have to go to the parent socket and type hand left. So and then we have to change the rotation and stuff. So let's put it on the same axis over here, and then we have to go a little bit down. Okay, it's actually very big, so we probably need to scale it down a little bit. 0.2 maybe. Let's actually do one thing. Let's actually put it on the leg. So that would be foot underscore left. Let it be on the left. I think that will be the best option here. Okay. So all these things you can actually change in the future updates. So and on the hand R1 we are gonna use foot underscore right, and then maybe gonna scale it down a little bit. So right now these two things will be on the play character when it's there, like you can see it, right? It looks kind of cool, right? So what I need is, like, when I'm on the ground, this shouldn't be cold. Like, there's no point, right? He's literally on the ground, so what's the point in making that particular effect over there? So what are we going to do there? So for that we are actually going to disable it once it's landed. So on the we have to set it as auto activate to be false, which means it will not be triggered on the boot up, and then you have to go all the way over here, start fly and end fly. So here you have to call both of this and then set activate set auto activate. Yeah, so by this both of this will be activated, and then once that is done you have to deactivate and left. So theoretically whenever you are flying, that effect will show up, and once you have stopped the flying it will stop. It did not work, I don't know why. Let's try that again. Activate. I think we should call this activate function over here. So yeah, let's remove this for now. So activate, deactivate, that's it. So right now I'm on the air, see the effect is showing up, and when I'm grounded it is not there. So that's one of the effect we have over here, and it's off. See how cool is that? Nice, right? Now what exactly we need to do? Let me just look for any trails or something like that which we can use. Shield trail. I don't know, let it be there for now. So that's the whole character setting up. Now what do we need to do? Like we can maybe try out something new, right? So what extra feature you need to make over here. So let me just try something over here. I'm actually gonna do a small stuff over here. I just save it, so it's saved. So you need to save this project like all the time, right? Else everything will be in vain. So yeah, please save the project whenever you get a chance. You don't want to mess anything up. So yeah, that's what we have over here. I'm just adjusting the camera a little bit. Yeah, so right now we have a play character which is actually working. You can fly, you can have the effects, you can go fast, and all those good stuff. See how cool is that? Oh, that was kind of epic. Now why don't we make a small level or something like that, which can probably work, right? So what we can do is like we can make a small level where you can go with this one. So before that maybe let's say maybe I can add some bad enemies or something like that. So for that let me just try to keep the very minimal kind of thing, right? So let's go to the logic, and then let's create one character blueprint. Let's go for blueprint class character, and let's call it zombies. I don't know, just be there. And for the zombies I actually need something, right? So let me just have a couple of things with me so we can try that. Okay, let me just see. We have one zombie mesh over here. So this is the one which we are gonna use. We have the zombie, and then for the anim BP, maybe manual work. Yes, I think the manual works. I don't know why the rotation is kind of off. Let me just try to rotate it. No, that's not the axis, and that's definitely not the axis. I think this is on. Let go for -90. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. I don't know whether it's an effect or something like that, but it looks cool by the way. Let's open up the character. Yeah, I think that's it. That's how it works. So we have the zombie over here. So let me just scale it down maybe, or let's actually increase the 92. No, 100, 120. Oh, 120 is a little bit fine. 115 or 110, 108, 105. Yeah, that kind of looks nice. Okay, so that's what we have right now. We have a small uh, here a small enemy character, and right now what we are gonna use is just try something out, and then I will come back to the live. Okay, so the thing is, like, we have to find different what is it, locations on the map, and then make the player move, make the character move here and there. So for that, let's actually make a timer by event over here. Then let's say every 4 seconds or something it has to move. It should be looping, and then create custom event, and then get random location in navigation radiation. Let's set it to 500 maybe. Okay, and then once that is done, we have to call AI move to. Okay, and the decision will be the random location over here, and the pawn will be self. So and origin. Okay, the origin should be the get actor location. So what we are saying is, like, you have to do a loop every 4 seconds, getting a random value on the navigation mesh, and then move to that location. That's it. So here what I need to do is, like, only once a movement is handled completely, I need to restart it. So we are going to add a branch, and then the variable should be is moving, and by default it should be false. And once that is done, we have to set it as it is moving to true. And once everything is done, on success, we can maybe set it to false. So every 4 seconds it will be looping, and then it will move from one place to another. So what we need now is a navigation mesh. So let's add a nav mesh over here. Nav mesh bound volume, and let's set it to 10 for right now. Okay, and if you press, I think it's P, right? Yeah. So right now it will show where the nav mesh is, and this is where that enemy can actually move across. So it's kind of small. So let's try to make it as 30 maybe. I think 40 should be nice. So it actually covered the whole map. So let's actually try to play it right now. It did not move. And why is it T-shape? Oh, okay, my bad. It's actually not the mesh we want. We want the enemy blueprint to be on the level, right? Zombies. So we have the zombie over here, and let's try. Let's see where the heck is he? Dude, move, dude. I don't know why he's not moving. You are supposed to move, by the way. Let me just trigger this flag to force for a second, and after the first 4 seconds it will start moving. Okay, so let's wait for that. 1 2 3 4. No, it did not move. Am I missing something? Let me just try that once. Get random location radius. Why is it not working? Something's off actually. I don't see what's the issue over here. I think I forgot to add the controller. Maybe that's why. There's a controller called controller. A controller is enabled, right? A controller is enabled. So now what? Let me try something else then. Let it be there. A move to random. No. The radius is supposed to be 500. Let's increase to 1000 maybe. No, what's the issue over here? Let me try to check the location which I'm getting. Print string and location. Let's see whether it's actually getting a location to move. Okay, it actually got locations, like every 4 seconds is actually getting a location, and it's supposed to be different. Is it different actually? 626, 622, 685, 105. Okay, it's actually having different locations over there, but somehow it's not moving. That's kind of strange. What's the issue there? It's actually going to call that, and the acceptance radius on success. On success. Let me just try to print what we have over here. It's supposed to be here, by the way. So let's try that again. 3 2 1. It's not success, so let me try this fair condition also once and see whether it's failing or not. It's not failing also. That's strange. That's strange. What happened? Let me just try get self. What about now? It's not success, it's not failure. I don't know what's happening over there. Okay, now it's getting hello, so it should move, I believe. Yeah, I forgot to plug in the phone. Okay, so right now what you can see is like it's actually moving here and there, but the animation is not triggered, right? So we need an animation over there. So let's go to the anim pp. Not sure why the animation did not work probably it's a speed, or else let's actually put it to customize it and then walk. Oh, we only have this much animations over here. Oh, okay. So let's actually try to make something with this. Here I have animation is death, jump from idle. Okay, let me just try this animation over here. Then maybe we have a crouch walk, jump, sprint walk. Okay, so this is the one which I'm gonna use right now. um, Animation accept, and then sprint forward. Okay, so that's one animation which I'm gonna use right now. So let's see how that works. So that running animation is kind of playing all the time, so we need to fix that one real quick. So before that, what we can do is like we can try to make one effect where you can actually shoot something from your eyes or something like that. So maybe we can add a line trace or something, and then maybe do a small stuff over there. So let that be there. I'm gonna set up a real quick. So I'm actually trying to do an effect where you can shoot from your eyes or head or something like that. So for that we actually need to go back to the player blueprint, and then we have the head over there. Okay, so we need to have some space over here. So it may work, it may not work. So let's try that again. Create a custom event and let's say shoot, and let's add a line trace by channel. Okay, now the start should be the mesh, or yeah, I think the camera thing will be a good one, right? Let me just see the camera. Boom, the follow camera. I think this will be good. Yeah, let me just try that. So get world location, and then let's add some value. Let's say an offset or something like that. Let's add to float double precision, and then let's add 500. Okay, and that's the end. Let's put it for duration, for persistent. So what it does is like whenever you're shooting, you can be able to see a small line which will come. So for the shooting, I'm actually gonna use the mouse right. No, okay, right mouse is there, anything like that? Mouse X, mouse Y. What is X and Y? Okay, right mouse button. Normally we'll be using left mouse button, right? Okay, on the left mouse button pressed, I'll be calling the shoot. Okay, so theoretically I think something should happen over there. Okay, let me just try that once. I don't. Okay, we have some lines over there, but it's not actually procuring. It's not procuring right from the head. So we are gonna call the mesh, and I think I have one idea over here. So let's add one what is it, arrow component, and that arrow should be under head. We have head socket over there, so it should be on the head over here. See, so it's actually pointing to that location, so we're going to change it to the actual location over there, and then on the event graph I'm actually gonna change to arrow. So now right now it should always show up from the head. See, now the whole only problem is like it's not going straight or something like that. It's actually going all the way. So I only need it to be going on the straight line. So what I can do is like, instead of this as such, right, I can maybe add a plus, and then on the 500 or let me just try to check what that is. Right now it's showing there, it's always going to the right. Okay, let me just take it a little bit. Let me just change the y direction a little bit. How does that work? It's actually going to that area over there. Let me just see. I think what we can do is like I can maybe add a forward vector or something like that, and I think that should work, right? That should work. Let me just try to change the logic a little bit. So instead of getting the word location, right, I'm actually gonna get forward vector, and then that will be the start, and then uh, plus, and I need to be double position. It doesn't matter, it can be single or double. I'm just going for double, and then 500. So let's hope this actually works. Okay, what just happened? Anything is happening? I'm not sure. That line is actually getting darker and darker, I believe. Let me try something else then. Get actor location from the arrow. Get forward. No. Get socket location is there. Get socket location. Mesh, and the mesh should be on. What is it? Head socket. From head socket, that should be the start, this should be the end. Let me try that again. It's going there. Oops. So my engine just crashed right now. I'm actually restarted the engine. So yeah, it happens sometime. Okay, and we are back. So sometimes the game actually crashes in engine actually crashes because I'm actually doing the live stream also. So sometimes it actually does crash. So yeah, I hope I hope it's visible over there. Okay. And I have some changes which I'm gonna do over here. So right now I'm actually gonna call get where location from the arrow. Okay, arrow will come over here, and then get forward vector, maybe get forward vector. Okay, we have the forward vector over here. So we have to have a plus over here, and then we are going to multiply it by a small value. Let's say I need to have two double precision 250, and then something like this. What happened? It will not. uh, what is this? It's double precision. What is this? It's vector. Then it's supposed to be vector plus vector. Yeah, that makes sense. So theoretically I'll be looking at 550 points locations on front of me. So let's see what happens there. Okay, it's looking at there. Okay, we are good. So right now all the time it will be looking like that. So I need to change that to maybe coming from the camera, right? So I'm gonna use a forward camera over here, and it's going there. It's not that forward camera, maybe camera boom. If that doesn't work, we have to go back to the initial one. Or I need look at location, like that's what I need to know. Is there anything like you look at location, something like that? Yeah, we have look at rotation. No, not look at rotation. So right now it's a head, right? I need to make the head move to where I am rotating my head to. So what we can do over there? Let me just try something over here. On the defaults, let me just try. Oh, I don't know what's gonna happen there. Let's actually try that once. I'm switching it back to mesh, switching back to arrow. So right now, see, right now I'm actually rotating everywhere. So fly, dude, fly. So right now what happens is, like, wherever I am looking at, I'll be switching, see, and then when I shoot, it actually goes from my eyesight only. So instead of that, why don't I look at the camera location, and maybe use that as the mm, I think that will be the best option, right? Let me just try something else once again. I'm actually gonna check the follow camera and I need to see how it actually behaves. So right now it's dude, move, dude. Right now I'm shooting like that, but it goes down the opposite direction. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Let me just try something else. Is it actually going ulta? I think the first option was kind of neat. This one, this one actually kind of neat, by the way. So wherever I am looking, it will be triggered. See, something like this. It's actually pretty neat. So wherever I am looking at, it will be triggered. That's actually pretty cool. So we have the line trace, and then we actually need to have some effects which need to come from the eyes or something, which will be going to that location. So what we can do over there, right? So right now we have the line trace. So if I do a line trace over here, it should touch that character over there. See, it's actually hitting the character. Okay, let's actually go back to the effects and see what we can do. Hi Agila, hi, hello. How are you doing? So one thing we can have is like we can have a effect like a fire or something that we can spawn when it hits, right? So let's actually look for. Oh, this actually looks kind of sick, by the way. If only I know how to make that one. Let me just stick to something else for right now. Do we have a Niagara effect over here? Let's try one Niagara effect over here. Okay, and oh, that's kind of sick. Energy wall. What's that? No, not energy wall. Lighting wall. Oh, it's supposed to be a wall. Okay, light blast. Oh, what about this? Oh, that's actually stick, but that's not the effect we are looking for right now. Mm, what about this? Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Okay, now what we can do? Um, maybe I can get the rotation and then maybe spawn the. Yeah, I think we have I have one plan, but I don't know, I'm not sure whether it will work or not. So from here, right, on the output, if you break it, you will get a hit result and stuff like that, right? So can we get a rotation also from here? Fine, look at rotation. Yeah, that will be good, right? So we have a rotation over here, and then let it be there for right now. So we are gonna spawn um, let's say Niagara. Spawn system at location. Okay, okay, we have this thing over here, and then for the Niagara effect, I'm gonna use this thing over here. So it'll be there. Now for the location, so location is gonna be the gateway location of the mesh over there, and for the rotation, I actually need to find out from where to where. So we have the gateway location, maybe that will be the start, and then forward vector into this one maybe can be the target. I don't know how it's gonna be, so we are actually gonna try it out. Let's see how that actually looks. No, that did not work out as I expected it to. No, 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 that's literally not correct. Let me just try to change the rotation a little bit and see what it lays in manual form. Oh, it always spawns like that. Oh, that's kind of off. Oh no, it does not even rotate a little bit. But that was such a nice effect. And is there any start or end, something like that? If it worked, it would have been cool, but no, it did not work. And for the location, right, I'm actually gonna do something here. Split structure pin, and then on impact hit location, and let me see what happens over there then. Okay, that's actually spawning there. It's spawning all the time over there. I don't know why that is happening. Let me just try that once again. I'm moving here and then shooting it goes to that initial location over there. So no, that's not what we want. So out hit is not the correct way to go. What about this location over here? Okay, it actually okay, that kind of looks cool, but the rotation is not working, so that's what bothers me, by the way. Not sure why the rotation is not working. Anyway, I think I need to check into I need to check into what we can do over there. So hopefully maybe today or tomorrow I can try that one. I need to check what we can do over there. Anyway, that's the thing we are gonna do tomorrow. So thank you for joining the stream, and hopefully we'll have more contents in the future. So right now we are gonna wind this up, and I'll be looking into what we can do on the what do you say, on that eye laser thing, and then I will get back to you. So that's all for today, and thank you for joining the stream, and let's tune in tomorrow same time. So bye.